Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this September the 14th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Thursday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Friday and Saturday. Also, we're going to take a look at the information on Hurricane Lee. Also, the Watches Warning Advisory map for your location as well. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview and a few other products they issue and the storm reports that came in this afternoon. But currently, I do not think there's anything, but we'll take a look. And also, we're going to take a look at the National Hurricane Center. We're going to take a look at some information on Margot and Invest 97L, which looks to become Tropical Depression 14 and Tropical Storm Nigel probably in the next few days, or well, tomorrow through Saturday time frame for that to occur. Alright, if you're a new viewer and have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Love to have you. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, as you can see here, we've got quiet conditions there from Quebec, Canada, down through portion of Montreal, Toronto, Canada, portion of Vermont, through New York State, through portion of New York City, also through Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., down to the Carolinas, just east of Atlanta, Georgia. Also back toward Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, back in the portion of Chicago, Illinois, across portion of southern and southwestern Canada, including the Seattle, Washington area as well. Over through the Dakota, portion of Minnesota, back towards San Francisco, Los Angeles, the Gulf of California, southern Arizona, southwestern New Mexico, northwestern Mexico, and central Mexico as well. Alright, got showers and storms down here in portions of Utah, scattered showers over in portion of Arizona, southern California. More widespread showers and storms through portions of Colorado, down in New Mexico, also in the northern and central Mexico as well. Toward the Dallas, Houston area, over towards the Gulf of Mexico, also down toward the Miami area, and also over toward Atlanta, Georgia, through Alabama, Panhandle, Florida, Big Bend of Florida as well. Also up through portions of Oklahoma, Nebraska, all the way into portions of Wisconsin as well, and also right along the Canadian border from North Dakota all the way over toward the Great Lakes region in southern Canada as well. And here's Hurricane Lee, continue to make its move to the north and make landfall up here in eastern Maine and also the islands here of Nova Scotia. The red slashed area over Texas, there's some heavy rain and flash flooding possible, and some mixed precipitation just west of Denver, Colorado as well for your Friday. Alright, here's a look at your Saturday forecast now. As you can see, we got quiet conditions from Quebec, Canada through Montreal, Toronto, Canada, portion of New York State, Metro Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., down to the Carolinas and northeast Georgia. Also over towards Ohio, back in the portion of Michigan, Illinois, through Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. Also across southern Canada, southwestern Canada that is as well. Also towards Seattle, Washington, all the way over toward the Dakotas, Minnesota, portion of Wisconsin as well, Iowa, toward Denver, Colorado, back over toward Oregon, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Gulf of California, and also northwestern Mexico as well, and also in Arizona, New Mexico, also dry conditions expected there. Alright. Had showers and thunderstorms over central and northern Mexico, also in New Mexico, portions of Colorado as well. Also into Texas, toward the Dallas, Houston area, over toward portion of Oklahoma, and also in Missouri. Also across the Gulf of Mexico, the Panhandle, Florida, down toward the Florida Key, Miami area, off into the Atlantic waters, through the Atlanta metro area, and the Tennessee, also in the portions of Virginia, West Virginia as well, eastern Kentucky, and Tennessee also. Shower and thunderstorms in the portion of Missouri, also into portions of Illinois, towards Chicago area, and toward the Great Lakes region, also into Michigan, southern Canada area as well. Alrighty, this area here, this is shower and thunderstorm. This is where tropical cyclone, well, post-tropical cyclone Lee will be located at Saturday, up in this region here, bringing tropical storm conditions to Maine, also portions of New Hampshire, Boston, Massachusetts region as well, Cape Cod. Also over toward the red slashed area, there's some heavy rain and flash flooding possible in eastern Maine, and also over in the portion of Canada there as well. This is your Saturday forecast here. Alright, now we're going to move on to Hurricane Lee. Hurricane Lee is beginning to weaken rapidly. You can see the eye wall is collapsed. A lot of dry air is punching into the system. and more gradual weakening. Gradual weakening. Getting ahead of myself there, folks. But gradual weakening is occurring with this storm, and it will continue to occur as it continues to push on off to the north. I would not be surprised to see this thing down to about a maybe 70 miles per hour wind sometime on Friday, or probably down to a tropical storm sometime Friday evening. Should become a tropical storm as it continues to push on off to the north. Even though the Hurricane Center continues to keep it at a hurricane, it could looking to weaken down even faster than that. All right, let's take a look at the all right, it's slowly coming up, folks. Here we go. Alright, you can see here is the hurricane force wind. Bermuda, you're getting slammed by tropical storm conditions in Bermuda. As you can see, they got it still a hurricane at 2 p.m. and also 2 a.m. Saturday, but it's a tropical cyclone. Post-tropical cyclone as it moves inland up here around Nova Scotia. But like I said, I would not be surprised to see maybe this one here, maybe that one there too. Could drop back to a tropical. Maybe, well, I figured this one might be a tropical storm. By the time tomorrow rolls around, you may see a tropical storm logo there in place of that hurricane there. All right, you can see we got tropical storm warnings also extended from just east of Connecticut all the way up to Maine. We got hurricane watches in the pink. And also we have tropical storm warnings also in effect for the Nova Scotia region as well. Alright, if you're tracking the system at home, it's located near latitude 31.7 north, longitude 68.3 west. Maximum sustained winds right now at 85 miles an hour. Category 1 hurricane, movement is to the north at 15 miles an hour. Acceleration to the north should occur with this system over the coming hours. Should speed up just a little bit. Right now, it's a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles per hour. That's why I just classified right now as a hurricane. Alright, let's take a look at the Spaghetti-O models. Alright, you can see here the current position of the storm. Here's Bermuda. It will continue to push on off to the north. The models are really handled this storm really well. With these storms showing which way it would go, and it will continue to push on off to the northeast and then off to the east and head on over towards the Europe region. Alright, now let's take a look at the intensity guidance of the storm here real quick. Alright, you can see here we got 75 knot winds equal up to 85 miles per hour. This keeps it as a category 1 hurricane, then drops it off to a tropical storm, and a lot of them even takes it down to a tropical depression, starting at about 60 hours all the way through 168 hours. There's only like 3 models here keeping it a tropical storm, but the rest of them drops it off to a tropical depression. So I'm expecting a tropical depression within the next 60 to 168 hours out. Alright, well, that's your tropical update there for right now. Then we'll have another one at the end of this broadcast. So let's go ahead and take a look at the watches, warning, and advisory map here in the United States across the lower 48. Alright, you can see here we got hurricane statements from Maine. all the way down through, let's see, New Hampshire, through Boston and Connecticut, Rhode Island area. Out here in the tropical Atlantic waters, you have tropical storm conditions. Warnings. Tropical storm warning is also in effect from Maine all the way down to the east coast of the Rhode Island and Boston area. The pinker looking color here, this is hurricane warnings in effect there. We have some frost advisory for you guys in northern Pennsylvania. Flood advisory for southeast Georgia. Also some over around the Myrtle Beach area. High surf advisory along the Carolina coast. We got gale warnings extended from the northeast all the way down to the east coast of Florida. We got some severe thunderstorm warnings, special weather statements, and also some heat advisory for central and south Texas. Also, we got some flood watches, flood advisory, and a severe thunderstorm warning for you guys in portions of New Mexico. A wind advisory for ports of Alaska, south side of Alaska. Got some gale warnings there. The Hawaiian Chain Island looks a-okay at this time. Excuse me. Alright. As you can see here, the overview, general thunderstorm pretty much just over to South Carolina, through Georgia, down into Florida, back to Louisiana, Texas. And got a line of cold front dropping in from the northwest. We're going to have a series of cold fronts continuing over the next several weeks. So expect the cold fronts to continue and expect the fall-like temperature to start increasing across the nation. There's that marginal risk for Texas all the way in the portion of New Mexico. The convective outlook, you can see that better. There's the general thunderstorm outlook. Current watches, none are in effect. MDS discussion, none. No storm reports today. That's very good news. We did not have no severe weather right now, but if we got some severe thunderstorm warnings down in South Texas, could be a few in Georgia later on as well. So I would not be surprised to see a few numbers pop up on this here map, but right now there's nothing. Now let's move on to this tropical weather outlook at the end of the forecast cycle. You can see here's Lee, and there's Bermuda. Here's Margot, and here are the Canary Islands over here. As you can see here, if you want to track Margot at home, it's located in latitude 36.9 north, longitude 39.3 west. Movement is to the northeast at 4 knots or 5 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure 978 millibar, and the maximum sustained winds are 70 knots or 80 miles per hour. And let's take a look at this system here, which will become tropical depression number 14 or 15. I think it's 14, I think. But anyway, this is 97L. I discussed this in today's video. Go back and check it out if you do not mind. Showers and thunderstorms show some organization associated with a broad area of low pressure located midway between the Lesser Antilles and the Cabo Verde Island. Environmental conditions expected to become conducive for additional development, and this system is very likely to become a tropical depression during the next day or so as it moves to the west-northwest to northwestward at 10 to 15 miles per hour across the central tropical Atlantic. Formation chance through 48 hours and the next 7 days is at 90%. Like I said, I would not be surprised maybe tonight at 11 o'clock. This could be become our next tropical depression, and by tomorrow we may be talking about tropical storm Hydra. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribing if you have not. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So take care and have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks.